So I'm a teacher of 32 years. 20 years ago, I started teaching about climate change in my high school. And for the last 13 years, we've had this Institute for Global Solutions, which has been really powerful for both me and the guy who co-founded it with me, Graham Mitchell, and with all 4 teachers that we have now working. And I just wanted to give an opportunity to talk a little bit about it and just how important it is, what happens when you engage youth and give them a voice in taking on big challenges. So we are coming to you from Wasanic territory, and that is the ocean, which is about 10 minutes walk from where we are. So a lot of the climate work we do, we go walk right down the hill and we go and check out what's happening in our community. And we also see how it changes. A lot of the work that we've done recently has been as a result of some of Dr. Field's work. She's done amazing research around what young people are experiencing in Canada around climate change and why teachers aren't taking it on as much as they should. That's something that we've really tried to take on, and we've done it for now a couple of decades, and we've been lucky that way that we've had the support from our administration to be able to do that. This is a picture from the climate marches back in 2019 when they were so big, and this is a young woman who was standing in front of our legislature with what I thought was a very creative sign. One of the big things we talk about in our program is, we get to be in front of young people all the time, and that's a gift that we have every day when we come to school. Not only do we think we should bring young people into these kind of conversations, but we think there's a great deal that we can learn from young people, creative posters included. This is our Institute for Global Solutions. We started 13 years ago with 30 students in 1 grade, and now we have about 200 students over 4 grades, where we're mostly based on science and social studies coming together, but you can see that it varies throughout the grades as the maturity level changes, right up to political science and social justice and environmental science and philosophy 12, which makes for a really great combination for our grade 12s leaving here. And those are the 4 teachers that are involved, 2 science teachers and 2 socials teachers. We always have 2 teachers in every class, a science and a socials teacher most of the time. What we found is that the power of that is incredible, that we have each other's back, because this is oftentimes really challenging work. And we're taking on big challenges with young people, and we have 2 role models in the class that work well together. And that's been a really game-changing model for us. And we've been amazed at just how much more energy it gives us, how much we learn from the other professional that's in the room. And I highly recommend that to anybody who's interested in this kind of model. It's just been a game changer. This is what co-teaching and interdisciplinarity speaks to. And there's a few facts there that have come out of a recent study around dealing with not only mental health issues with young people, but also with teachers that are taking this on. Those are our 4 teachers in Quebec City. We have a great trip that we put a bunch of kids in grade 11 on a train and take them across the country, asking 2 questions. What does it mean to be a citizen of Canada? And what is Canada's responsibility to the world? The furthest we go is Quebec City, although we have been to Halifax once. And just getting a chance to talk to community leaders, to talk to everyday citizens on trains as a team has been an incredible experience for us over the years. We always keep in mind this idea of 2-eyed seeing. So benefiting from understanding Western-oriented science, but always blending in Indigenous ways of knowing and Indigenous observational science. This is a guy called Albert Marshall, who's from Mi'kmaq territory in Nova Scotia. Sort of coined this phrase, how we always want to blend these 2 ideas to come up with solutions. I think one of the most powerful things that we've done recently is working with the Rural Health Network at UBC and bringing together the 2 worlds of climate and health. For our students to work directly with health professionals has been a powerful thing. We've been at UBC the last 2 falls and have had the opportunity to be in front of both medical students and healthcare professionals. And it's just been such a powerful experience for our students to be able to interact and for their willingness to listen to our students and their point of view. So it makes it very powerful. And we've talked a lot about hope and mental health. And these moments are really what give our kids a real feeling that we're all in this together and doing great work. Our textbook was created by UBC's Rural Health crew. We used it all semester. We're just wrapping up that semester now. There's some great research in there. It's just, again, powerful to see these 2 communities come together to offer great things for young people. This is Calvin and Hobbes, and it kind of deals with the question of, are we handing our challenges over to our young people, and are they ready for that, or are leaders going to take the leadership? And I think the answer is both. We're most powerful when we're engaging young people in these kind of conversations, and in this case, as happened today, our leaders become our teachers. And I'll just wrap up because I know I've got a couple of young people here that would love to talk about their experience. I just want you to hear from a couple of our students briefly about what this experience has been like for them.
Hi, my name is Sloan Henderson, and I am just finishing my first year of IGS 9, and I plan on doing it for the next 3 years until grade 12. This class shows you firsthand what ignoring problems can lead to, but it also shows the positive side. It shows that, yes, there are negative things that are happening in our world, but there are also really good things happening. And I think sometimes the news and social media tries to focus on the negative things, but sometimes we have to look forwards and we have to look for the hope and see the good things that are happening in our world. So this class has shown me a lot of that. We started the year off, nobody really knew each other. Some of us have gone to the same school, but we started off by going to Galliano Island for a night and meeting each other and doing hikes in nature and talking about food forests and the gardens out there and learning about the nature. And just coming back, you could see a really big difference in like the community. Everybody was talking and we'd really gotten started with that. So that was a really great way to start the year. We've gone and had some really good guest speakers here. We've also gone to the landfill and seen what ignoring problems can lead to, but then talking a lot about in socials and science how we can connect those two classes and co-teach, as Noof was saying, and kind of find hope in where we're going in the future. Thank you.
Very good. Yeah, I'm Liam Mitchell of the grade 10 level IGS Institute for Global Solutions, which is behind me right now. I wanted to mention something about the teachers that we have in our class. Having a socials and a science teacher is very effective. In the classes that I have in grade 10, we're taught our science in a separate classroom and then our socials in the classroom that we're sitting in right now. Our teachers find a way to connect the sciences and the socials together, and it builds up slowly as it goes through the years in grade 11 and 12 when we get to environmental sciences, which is a combination of the two. They managed to weave together the science and the socials in the class and create something that is far more educational than you'll find in just a regular socials or science class. And the teachers themselves are exceptional. They're some of the best that I've had personally. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Claire McLeod. I agree with a lot of what Sloan said. I just wanted to add, we're doing a presentation right now called The Sum of Us, and it's connecting our heritage and just our family to what has happened in the past and connecting to what's going on now, just with climate change and just everything that's happened in Canada and just the world, how we've used coal and oil and the Industrial Revolution and all of that has really affected of people just not thinking about what the consequences could be. But now we are thinking, and now we're looking to a new way forward to try and help fix all of what we've done in the past. Thank you.
I'm sorry if I had to rush through some of those slides, but I wouldn't have cut even a moment of our panel down. So I'll pass it back to you.
Awesome. Thank you, Mark. And it was so nice to hear from your students. So thank you to the three that came up as well. Stefan, I'll pass it over to you next.
So, Mark, it's just such a pleasure to see what you put together over the last 10 or 20 years, actually. And to see your students reifying it is just amazing. You can be a little beaten down by this whole topic, even in the face of the dramatic testimony from the mayors. It's just amazing to see how much humanity we have, how we're moving forward, and how hopeful the students are. It's all really it's magnificent, actually.